regular episode. Jordan's apartment. Jordan, say hi.
Hello. So, we don't usually do what we say we're going to do the week before,
No, I'm really bad at following through.
but we followed through this time.
No, we actually did.
Last week, we said, what did we say?
That we were going to eat Chili's.
Yeah. And then this week,
Jordan got Chili's.
yeah, we got Chili's. And we got the little mozzarella sticks you were talking about.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, is because I kept on seeing these things on the internet about the Nashville hot mozzarella sticks from Chili's.
Yeah, I got to say it, though. That
Go
shit
ahead.
sucked.
Jordan did not like
I did
it.
not like anything about what I just ate.
No, Jordan didn't like any of his Chili's at all.
Actually, the mac and cheese was fantastic.
Really?
That was like one of the best mac and cheese I've ever
You
had.
didn't say that before. Not that you say anything bad about it, but you just didn't say.
Well, you know what? I was still
you said the chicken wasn't good. You said the mozzarella sticks weren't good, but you were like pretty quiet about them.
that often happens to me with chicken. Sometimes I break some chicken open and I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. You know?
Is it because
It's, like,
this is
wet and,
a
like,
chain and we were just served
I don't know.
frozen food that then got unfrozen?
I don't know. My appetite went completely out the window. I should have gotten a burger. You can't really fuck up a burger.
Well, because that was sort of
Hiccup,
the
get the
thing.
fuck
So this plan has been cooking for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because yesterday you hit me up and was like,
I was like, we're going to Chili's, bitch.
you did not say anything that cool. You're like, I'm going to pick up Chili's on my way home from work, so text me what you want. He never called me a bitch.
You know, I would never.
But no, and so like I looked at the menu and stuff, and a question that I knew did not have an answer was, what's good at Chili's?
Well, according to the commercial,
Everything.
no, it's baby back ribs, right? Isn't it? Wait, hold on.
Chili's, baby back ribs,
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen the video of them like recording that song?
Yes, it's the best.
It's one of my
love
favorite
it.
things on the internet.
I love it.
Not like what's good at this piece of shit, but it was like I was like looking through the menu and it's like, oh, like I wonder if the burgers are good, or like I wonder if the chicken is good, or you know what I mean?
Right, but
like,
you seem to have like a wide vision for the mozzarella sticks.
what does that mean? A wide vision for the mozzarella sticks?
Like you knew a lot about the mozzarella
I just
sticks.
knew that they existed,
Okay.
and I had seen a lot of like people online do the like influencer taste testy whatever stuff, you know what I mean, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I was excited to try it.
Yeah.
And like I don't think that they were that bad. So Jordan got the
I didn't like
chicken
it.
strips. Didn't like those.
No, chicken strips can go to hell. Mac and cheese are great.
Didn't like the dippy sauce for the chicken, right?
No.
And you didn't like the mozzarella stick.
No.
But have you ever had anything that's like Nashville hot?
No. And it's not even it's not even, I can handle hot stuff. It's not I'm not saying, it's just like the flavor of the sauce was not good. So, do we have a food corner?
We do now.
Andrew,
Andrew, can you retroactively make this the food corner and play the music that we've now agreed upon?
Yeah.
No, I did not mind what I got. I got the little triple sampler thing.
There were a couple times where I was looking over at you and I was like, he's gonna say it's good, but he's really not having a good time.
No, I don't know.
Okay. You sometimes have that look where you're like, I don't feel
I'm
like
gonna
being.
spite Jordan. I'm gonna fuck with the little man. No, it's because I got my stuff. I got the chicken tenders in the Nashville hot sauce, which is good. You know, good enough. Again, it's fucking Chili's, so it's not gonna be like as good if we went to like a real restaurant.
Right, exactly.
So I got the chicken tenders with the Nashville hot sauce, and then I got the boneless wings with like the honey barbecue or whatever. Yeah. And those were good. Like the little the boneless wing bites were good, and then the burger was fine.
I went to pick it up And I gotta say, I walked in there. It looked kind of sad.
Yeah, it's a sad place.
You know, I feel like Chili's is on its way to that point where, remember when you started going into Pizza Huts and it started being sad?
Yes.
I think that's what's happening to Chili's. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten there yet, but
I think that it has gotten there. I just think that for some reason they're like still around.
I feel real bad for the Pizza Huts because like now we have all these weird Pizza Hut buildings that have that shape, and so if anyone tries to take over the building and make it into something, everyone goes, "That used to be a
the relic of a bygone era." This is a memory of better times.
Also, Pizza Hut, that's such a strange concept.
What, a hut that serves pizza?
Yeah, like what's the deal with the shape? You know what I mean?
Well, with like the hat.
Is it a hat?
The hat on the building? It's genius marketing is what it is.
Is that what it is? A hat on a building?
I don't know.
Or is it supposed to be shaped like a hut? I don't know.
Think about like, honestly, think about how good the marketing is where Pizza Hut was like, we're going to have all of our buildings look exactly the fucking same.
Obviously, it wasn't that great, bro, because they didn't survive. And there's still shitty pizza chains that did survive. They were the
kings of the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah, and then they fucking died out.
So,
you know who also existed back then? Who had a comeuppance?
Who?
Domino's and John Adams, or what is it? Papa John's.
Yes, John Adams. Papa John Adams. You know, Papa John's. And Dude, honestly, they definitely have probably said the same stuff about black people.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, John Adams is very...
Here we go.
You're going to make me real mad. John Adams is the only founding father to not own slaves as a matter of principle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has he ever gone into a board meeting sweating, being like, I ate 17 pizza in 15 days? Because that's Papa John's.
No, but don't put that much shame on John Adams' name. Because I think John Adams from way back then is less racist than the Papa John's of today.
Jordan, I don't know which is lower, the amount that I know about John Adams or the amount that I give a shit about John Adams. I'm going to be completely
I'm just saying, don't beseech his name.
I'm not besmirching, you mean? Say beseech?
Yeah, is that a thing?
Don't besiege his name. Don't behead his name.
Yeah. So I won an argument at work.
Oh shit, dude. Jordan, that's so sick. Andrew, will you ring the Jordan won an argument bell, please?
No, this is great. So
I'm actually 5'2", motherfucker. No, I'm not legally a little person, you piece of shit.
You have to be 4 foot.
You gotta be 4'11" and a half.
Yeah.
No, my wife is one of those, not me.
No, so I was at work and I was pouring myself some water, and one of my coworkers, who I know is kind of like a guy that listens to InfoWars. Well, I guess not anymore, but
yeah, he listened to.
But I know he's like that kind of dude.
The Onion.
But he was talking to my other coworker. He's like, and you know what's interesting is that Puerto Ricans, every time they try to come up with a vote to become a state, they always turn it down. Even them motherfuckers don't want to become a state. And I literally was like, he wasn't talking to me, he was talking to my other coworker, but I had to turn around and be like, I think you're thinking of American Samoa, because that's not true. And he goes, no, it is true. It's, I'm like, I think you're thinking of American Samoa. And because of American Samoa, whenever they bring it up to a vote, it always doesn't pass. And the reason is because they have this weird thing where as a nation or as a territory or whatever, as a people, they have like this religious ceremony every couple hours. Everyone stops and does this like praying thing. And they know that if they become part of America officially, then they wouldn't be able to do that as a state because it would violate the First Amendment or whatever. So anyway, all I did was like, I brought it up on my phone. I was like, what was Puerto Rico's stance on becoming a state? And they voted in 2020 on becoming a state, and it was like majorities yes. So I just went up to him. I was like, hey dude, look at this. And he goes, and then he immediately does the things all conservatives do, or anyone does who, when they've confronted with reality, he brings it. He goes, well, I think we shouldn't have given away Cuba. I was like,
What?
I know exactly. I was like, I didn't want to go into it. I was like, we didn't give away Cuba anyway. But then he goes, and also the Panama Canal. I think we should have given that up. And he just like brought it to something else, and I'm just like, whatever. And I walked away, and I was just like, I won that.
So when you say you won an argument, you just kind of threw your phone in an old man's face and walked away, being like, "Yeah, beat his fucking ass."
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain's bigger than yours, you fucking idiot.
Well, because I wasn't completely for sure, and even though they voted to become a state, it's not like they become a state, because it obviously has to go through the Congress, whatever. But obviously, the majority of Puerto Ricans do want to become a state. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
but it felt good. It felt good. It feels good anytime you go, look at this.
I'm so glad you felt good at work.
I felt good.
Little victories, buddy. Little wins.
Yeah. Little InfoWars piece of shit.
I'm very curious to see what is going to happen with Alex Jones moving forward.
He's just going to start a new thing. That's all. And he just has to start all over again. And he's going to get plenty of funding. I'm sure his buddies, his new buddies in the White House, are going to help him out somehow. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, he was like, because that's kind of like,
he might actually just get a position. He might just be. You may just get a cabinet position.
From what I can tell, like, it seems as though Alex Jones maybe was like close with Trump in the Trump administration, like leading up to the first time, and then was kind of like around with some of them during the first go. But then like after January 6th, and then after like all the Sandy Hook stuff, like,
he had like a Ron DeSantis loving moment where he was like really in love with that guy instead.
Well, Alex Jones just like finds these like conservatives and is like super into them as long as they say like the weird shit that goes along with whatever Alex Jones is like screaming about that week.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like they go against Trump or they go against some other like random thing that he's like hinging all of his like financial stuff on, like, I mean, there was a long time where Alex Jones was like not into Trump because Trump got the vaccine.
Yeah,
like that was
the Ron DeSantis time,
a whole arc,
whatever. And
then he was into DeSantis and then got off the DeSantis train and back on Trump. It's a really weird and like very like
he's just trying to find where the money is. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. But what I'm getting at is like, I don't think that anyone in the Trump campaign like really fucks with Alex Jones like that anymore, or rather like sees the value of having Alex Jones around,
because he's kind of an embarrassment.
Well, he's a liability.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's the same thing with like Steve Bannon.
Yeah,
like they had Steve Bannon around,
and then he had that racketeering,
and then shit went fucking sideways, and now he's like nowhere to be found in like that circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that the Alex Jones stuff was exaggerated on Alex's part, but also like whatever good graces he did have with like that larger apparatus, I think have since, like disintegrated,
right,
for lack of a better term, right? And also it really does seem that like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now with like Trump's picks and Trump's like tapping of people, a lot of it seems to be just like Don Jr. stuff.
Yeah, it's like all loyalty shit too. It's like,
well, yeah, but I mean, I think a lot of like the moves from what I have like heard and read, it's like Don Jr. has like a very big part in like placing.
Do you think he's like next up?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. But I think
then what's the point of having him? You know what I mean? What's the point of having it all be about him?
It's not all about him. He just has his father's ear.
Yeah.
So like from what I have kind of like ascertained, it's a lot of like Trump has all these like friends, and then Don Jr.'s kind of like, oh no, Vince McMahon's wife would actually be sick for the Department of Education. but you should also like get these like random weirdos involved that I like as well, and like these places that maybe don't need Senate confirmations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like, I don't know. There's like so many weird things happening right now, and like every day there's like new appointments and new tappings and walking back on certain things, like the whole Matt Gaetz thing.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So like we'll see what happens. And I listened to a really good and not expose, but you know, like a really good piece on the radio from like a Democrat, a strategist or whatever. And you know, obviously they're fucking idiots, but like kind of talking about how like since the Republicans will have like the trifecta, the Democrats are really going to have to like pick and choose who they really press back against for the people that need confirmations for appointments.
Yeah.
Because they can't just go for everyone. And it kind of seems like that also might be part of like the Republican strategy, is just like to get everyone that has a name and throw them into the mix and then force the Democrats to like pick who they actually want to put the effort in to like not have around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like at the same time, like there are some people, and we don't have to harp on this. I don't want to kind of like, steer us in that direction. But from what I can tell, there are some picks that just won't make it, even like not like on like a bipartisan politic, whatever level, just like you have no background and no qualification for this, and Trump's just like trying to get people worked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all
like the
Tulsi scare tactics,
like,
if you will.
Yeah, right. But like the Tulsi Gabbard thing, like,
guys.
is almost definitely not going to happen.
Yeah,
because she doesn't have a background, even from what
isn't she like a defense thing, right?
They got her for like the Department of
no, she does have
not on like the level that she would need to run that shit. And again, I don't know for sure. It's just something that I had heard like way smarter people than us talking about, where it's like you could make an argument about like Mike Huckabee, you know, doing the Israel thing, like that kind of makes sense. Then there's like the guy who's gonna be the ambassador for like the UN, like that sort of makes sense, because like you could argue that one, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then there's like other people where it's like, and I believe it was Tulsi Gabbard, where they're like, she has no experience and like, you know, like the big sections that it would take for her to like be qualified for this job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to stretch a lot more than like is worth to like make it so that Tulsi Gabbard like fits here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like I haven't been following it as closely as maybe I should, because there's so many things happening at once, and I've been trying to kind of.
And then, I mean, as soon as he becomes president, it's just gonna be he's gonna be hitting the ground running. It's gonna be something every single second, and we're gonna get tired of it. And that's what he's hoping on, you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we're just all going to get exhausted and be like, whatever.
No, he's just Zerg rushing the American public.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, just do all the fucking...
Nice little StarCraft reference
reference. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it will be interesting once the Senate confirmation stuff does start to happen, and kind of see who gets where with what. I know that like people are kind of freaking out about the whole Matt Gaetz DOJ thing.
Yeah,
I'm not confident that will happen. I think that he'll probably get booted. Tulsi, it seems like she probably won't get it, but who knows?
Like, guys, it's gonna be fun to see like on the opposition of it all, to be like, guys, it's Dr. Oz.
Yeah,
let's not do this.
Yeah, the Dr. Oz got something.
Come on, bro. Jesus Christ.
The RFK thing, I think will be pretty intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I guess technically he maybe has some qualification. I don't know.
He's a lawyer for like to go.
I know he's like an Aaron Brockovich type.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like, again, like, I don't know, because as qualified as he may be, then the people who don't like him are going to be like, he wants to get rid of fluoride. He thinks raw milk is cool. He's an anti-vax. You know what I mean? So it's like,
at least with the fluoride thing, like, we have fluoride toothpaste.
Sure. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't really know.
I like my fluoride. I don't give a shit.
I'm
It's what makes our
excited
teeth
to
good.
kind of see how things go.
Yeah.
And by excited, I mean it's just like I'm not going to be super doom and gloom about it. But yes,
No, go ahead. But
I was going to switch to something completely.
me too.
Okay, go ahead. Switch your gears.
I was gonna say, you go ahead.
Okay, because I have like a funny story.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to tell a
Better
funny
be
story? too?
funny. No, mine's not funny. Go ahead.
Okay.
It better be funny. I'm
You're going to look at me?
staring at you. Better
Okay.
laugh.
No. So you've seen the show Vampire Diaries, correct?
No,
Really?
no.
You know that show exists, though, right?
Yes.
So one of the guys on that show, his name is Michael Malarkey. That's actually his last name, Malarkey. And he used to be in like emo, hardcore, post-hardcore bands, like in the 90s and early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's still really into like screamo and post-hardcore and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And starting like maybe a year, 2 years ago, he would like follow a bunch of bands. Like he followed Islet and he followed like all of our friends' bands and
Oh, okay.
label mates and stuff. And he would like repost our shit or, you know, do like, this is what I'm listening to type stuff and like post a lot of the homie stuff. Right.
Yeah.
So we like eventually kind of messaged him and was like, fuck yeah, this is great. You know what I mean? And, you know, he was very nice to us always. And not that long ago, we ended up like being like, hey, do you have like a mailing address? Cause like, we'll send you shit. Cause like, you're on Law and Order. You know what I mean? And then like we were joking, being like, can you get us on Law and Order, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we sent him a shirt. We sent him some stuff. We at least sent him a shirt. I think we might send him like 2 shirts or something. But we sent him a shirt. And then, you know, he pops up online every once in a while, blah, blah, blah. And then today, I'm like, minding my own business. And then I get a couple messages from people being like, that's crazy that dude's wearing your shirt. And I was like, what?
Oh, nice.
And then they all sent these videos. And so there's
in an interview.
there's an interview that he did, like an interview type of thing that he did, right?
Mhm.
And he's wearing like a blazer and then like an eyelet shirt underneath the blazer.
Oh, hell
He's at like an
yeah.
event. But the thing is he's like standing up there and they're doing like a Q&A and he goes and like grabs a cup of coffee and then looks at it and like makes a face. And then he's like, I'm sorry, but this is Starbucks and I don't drink Starbucks. And then they like went and like put it on the floor. And then he was like, I'm boycotting Starbucks and you guys should too because of like
the
their
Palestine stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes on this whole thing because he's like part Palestinian and also
Oh,
just has good
cool.
politics, you know,
Yeah.
because he's like legit. But then that clip went like fucking viral as shit.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
so it's on all these like super pro Palestine sites. They're like, star of Vampire Diaries and Law and Order like calls out Starbucks for their support of Israel. And then he's just wearing an eyelet shirt the whole time.
Oh, that's
And
fucking
so then
cool,
all these
dude.
people were like,
Did you get a bunch?
is that
Did you get a
you?
jump in listeners?
I haven't checked. Like I checked earlier and I didn't really see any difference. Cause it was there were some comments that I saw where people were like, is that an eyelet shirt?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's not like we got like a fucking bump or like a boost or anything from it, but it is cool.
That is cool.
Cause like multiple people throughout the day were like,
yeah.
hey, is the Vampire Diaries guy wearing your shirt? And I gotta be like, yeah, no, he like was in bands back in the day. It's
That's pretty cool,
he's a
man.
cool dude.
You owe him some money then.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell your
That's
story now,
cool.
Jordan. Can you beat that? Can you beat my story?
Oh, I don't have a story. I was just gonna say, like, I was thinking the other day about my future and like the different, like, you know how I go through different like phases.
Yep. Every 6 months, you're a new person.
I don't know about that.
I do.
You know, there's fishing Jordan. There's like,
Oh, you want to do this?
oh, okay,
You want to do this right now?
Yeah.
Because there was Boat Life Jordan,
Bolo Jordan,
and
yeah,
there was Tour Guide Jordan.
tour guide Jordan, yeah. No, you're just naming my careers.
No, I'm not because boat was not a career.
Okay.
What the fuck? No, then there was a really intense painting Jordan.
I still do that.
You don't do it as much as you used to.
Well, I that's a phase that reoccurs. There's
Uh-huh.
reoccurring ones.
Skateboarding Jordan.
No, that's a reoccur. I do that. That's my. That's
When's the
still
last time
part.
you got on a skateboard?
Not that long ago, bro. I skate sometimes. Okay.
What tricks did you do?
I can do tricks. I do a Casper flip, kick flip, 360 flip.
I don't believe that at all.
Nollie
but
tray
like,
flips.
You're
I can do it,
I
dude.
don't think you can.
Whatever, dude.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine, man. And
That's a
then-
reoccurring one because that's a part of me.
yes, it is. That's a part of you. This is the part of me. Yeah. Then there was Camping Jordan.
Again, these are just like I camp when I camp.
Yeah, but you're afraid of the outside.
No.
Yes, you are.
So what? Everyone should be. You're in the middle of the woods in the dark.
Not to the point. Every time I unzip the tent to go pee, is that you, guys? Hey,
What's the sniffle for?
because that's what you do when you wake up.
I'm more scared about the spiders in my tent.
No, I know you're scared of the fucking spiders.
Okay.
Trying to think of all your other little phases. The big one was like boat Jordan, tour guide Jordan, fishing Jordan has been a pretty popular one now.
Mm-hmm.
But like there definitely was like camping Jordan where you were like buying new tents all the time and like
There's also like,
buying new outdoor gear.
wasn't
all
there
the
a
time.
sports Jordan? Like I was really into NFL jerseys and shit. Remember?
I
that?
don't remember that
When
one.
I worked at Terps.
Yeah, but that
Mhm.
was more of just because like that was your job.
Yeah.
There was like, wait, were you in the Call of Duty? What first person or third person shooter were you guys playing all the time?
Oh, there's Apex Legends, and then there's
But like back in the day, weren't you guys all like you and
zombies.
yeah, you guys were
Call
like
of Duty
really into
zombies.
that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I've had my phases, and I think a phase that's coming up. Oh, I have history, Jordan. I'm but that, again, that's one that's like
Oh
kind
yeah,
of a
wasn't
part.
well there was like a part of there was like a period of time where you were like you kept on telling me that you were like gonna write.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm gonna write a
that's
history.
never gonna happen.
You're
but it's fun to think
gonna-
about.
I'm gonna write a history thing. And I'm like, dude, you
Yeah,
should.
about the boring years.
I was so supportive of that.
I know, and what's funny is like some people in my life are like, you need a degree for that, and I was like,
Oh, there was like digital art. Like
oh, digital art
animation-
Jordan, yeah,
Digital art Jordan was like a thing for a while.
yeah, that's tough, yeah,
No, I know.
yeah. But anyway, my next one might be
What's your new one gonna be?
metal detector Jordan.
Oh.
I can see that being in my future.
Wait, like really?
Yeah.
I have a magnet fishing kit at the house.
Oh, magnet fishing is a different story.
I want to find a gun so bad.
In the water that
Yeah.
doesn't work anymore.
Have you never
Oh,
seen like the
finding
videos?
one from like back in the day?
No, have you never? No, my buddy. Actually, this is a segue to a Patreon conversation that we
in
have
Baltimore, you
because.
should be able to find a good amount.
Huh?
I said in Baltimore, you should be able to find a good
That's
amount.
the whole reason why we got it.
Mm.
My buddy and I were like at the bar one night joking about how we wanted to find guns in the harbor, and then he fucking ordered a magnet fishing kit to my house.
He's like, dude, we can't do it the legal way in Maryland because the restrictions are so tough. So we're gonna magnet fish a gun out of the
I'm
water.
gonna upcycle a fucking pistol. No, but like, have you ever watched like the magnet fishing videos like from the harbor?
Yeah, and they always find like crazy
They
shit.
find like fucking mopeds and
Yeah.
like fucking guns and like swords and like crazy
Yeah.
shit. I really want to do it.
yeah, I feel like that and the metal detector thing. I feel like a lot of those type
Metal
of people.
detecting is really fun.
I feel like a lot of those type of people are like, Alex Jones types.
metal detecting is also kind of like coin collecting
Yes.
dads.
And that's
metal
what-
detecting is way more like you're wearing fucking man prees and a sun hat and you're like walking on the beach at 5 a.m. while your family's asleep in like
Yeah.
the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, it's a kind of my dream because I want to find like old like coins from like the 1800s or like
I know a lot of people. If you want to do this,
Bullets.
if you really do want to do this, I will go smoke weed while you do this. If you get a metal detector,
go into a battlefield and like
Yeah, so
find,
literally.
like, yeah.
my we have a family friend, my grandma's next door neighbor, very just insanely nice guy, big part of my life and family and stuff. He mowed my grandma's lawn for like my entire life, like one of those like neighbors who like did it for free.
Yeah.
Just the sweetest man. And he's a real big like metal detector souvenir coin guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes to like Antietam and Gettysburg and like he goes to all these different battlefields and just metal detects and finds crazy shit.
Damn, dude, that's like my dream.
He
dude.
finds like bullets and fucking coins and pins and like
that's fucking so
buttons and
sick.
like button backs and like spoon, like
Yeah.
all this kind of shit.
See, the problem with doing it in America is like that shit's not that old. I want to do it in like England, where like you
but aren't
can
you gonna
find.
hit a wall where shit just wasn't made of like metal?
maybe. I don't know what.
right?
I mean, all the coins when they struck them and stuff, they're made out of shit. They're made
I don't know enough
metal.
about metallurgy to not sound really stupid.
No, because there was the Bronze Age and then the Iron Age. There's, I mean, all the coins that are made are
Ooh,
metal.
Iron Age. We should go do Hot Pot soon.
Is that how did that come about?
Like there's a chain called Iron Age.
Oh, they're mixing the cultures.
I don't know. It's like a Korean barbecue
Oh,
spot
you know
called
what?
Iron Age.
The Iron Age, like that's a whole world thing.
Is it?
Bronze Age and Iron Age is a whole, because that's the whole thing. Is like,
Okay. Well, speaking of a whole thing, we're done. We're going to Patreon.
Hard
and
end.
I really have like a crazy story to tell you. This isn't even me like pitching for people to sign up for Patreon, which you should. No, I have something that like might get someone in trouble because it's going to be breaking an NDA. You ready to fuck up someone's life, buddy?
No, I don't want to fuck up anyone's life.
Let's go.